What really awaits in the afterlife for those who reject God's grace? The Bible offers vivid and often terrifying descriptions of hell, painting it as a place of eternal separation, unimaginable torment, and unending regret, from the lake of fire to the gnashing of teeth. These images serve as stark warnings about the consequences of turning away from divine salvation. In this video, we'll explore the biblical portrayal of hell, examining its metaphors and teachings to understand the severity of its suffering. Now let's uncover the profound truths and harrowing details of what the Bible says about hell. Eternal separation from God. According to the Bible, hell represents total, conscious, eternal separation from the blessings of God. It is a place where individuals who reject God throughout their lives face eternity without His presence. Imagine a state where God's grace and goodness are absent, and the soul experiences extreme torment due to this separation. In this place, the absence of divine love and mercy creates an unimaginable void, leaving souls in perpetual anguish. The Bible describes this separation as the ultimate consequence of turning away from God's path, emphasizing the importance of faith and righteousness. This eternal separation is not just about physical suffering, but also about the profound spiritual agony of being cut off from the source of all light and hope. Such a fate underscores the gravity of choices made in this life, urging believers to seek a relationship with God and embrace His teachings. The stark reality of eternal separation from God serves as a powerful reminder of the significance of spiritual commitment and the dire consequences of a life lived apart from divine guidance. Lake of fire. The image of a lake of fire is one of the most vivid and terrifying descriptions associated with hell in the Bible. While this metaphor emphasizes the intensity of suffering and punishment, it goes beyond mere physical torment. This fiery lake represents a profound spiritual reality where the soul endures the consequences of rejecting God's love and salvation. It's a place where the agony is not just physical, but deeply spiritual, reflecting the ultimate separation from God's presence and grace. The fire symbolizes the unquenchable nature of this suffering, highlighting the eternal aspect of hell's punishment. The imagery serves as a stark warning of the severe repercussions of turning away from divine mercy and choosing a path devoid of faith. In this spiritual reality, the soul's suffering is a result of its own choices, underscoring the importance of embracing God's love and the salvation offered through faith. The lake of fire metaphor thus encapsulates the gravity of spiritual rejection and the enduring nature of its consequences, urging believers to reflect on their spiritual journey and the eternal stakes involved. Gnashing of teeth. The Bible describes hell as a place of great anguish where there is gnashing of teeth. This vivid phrase symbolizes intense pain and deep regret, capturing the profound suffering of those who have chosen to remain apart from God. In this state of torment, the gnashing of teeth reflects the excruciating awareness of missed opportunities for redemption and the irreversible consequences of rejecting divine love. It's a poignant image of emotional and spiritual agony, where the weight of one's choices becomes painfully clear. This portrayal serves as a stark reminder of the importance of embracing God's grace and the eternal impact of our decisions. The gnashing of teeth is not just about physical pain, but also the unbearable remorse of knowing that salvation was within reach, yet deliberately forsaken. Such imagery emphasizes the dire consequences of spiritual neglect and the profound sorrow that accompanies eternal separation from God. This depiction of hell underscores the urgency of seeking a relationship with God and the profound relief that faith and redemption can bring, contrasting the horrors of spiritual desolation with the peace of divine connection. Darkness and scorpions. Hell is depicted as a place of profound darkness, where the light of God's presence is completely absent. This darkness symbolizes the ultimate separation from divine goodness, leaving souls in a state of despair and suffering. Adding to this bleak imagery, the Bible also references scorpions, further emphasizing the intense pain and torment that await those who reject God's grace. These scorpions represent the stinging, relentless agony that comes from being cut off from all that is holy and pure. The combination of darkness and scorpions paints a vivid picture of a realm where hope and comfort are forever out of reach, and suffering is unending. This portrayal serves as a stark warning of the dire consequences of turning away from God's love and mercy. It underscores the importance of seeking and maintaining a relationship with God to avoid such a fate. The imagery of hell as a place of darkness and scorpions not only highlights the physical and emotional torment, but also the spiritual desolation that defines eternal separation from God. This vivid depiction urges believers to reflect on their spiritual path and the profound significance of their choices in this life. Fairness and deserving. The fairness of hell is a topic that sparks much debate, but theologians argue that it is just because individuals receive what they deserve based on their choices. If someone constantly rejects God's offer of salvation throughout their life, God ultimately honors their decision by allowing them to exist without Him. Hell, in this sense, is the fulfillment of their desire to be apart from God. This perspective emphasizes personal responsibility and the consequences of free will. By choosing to turn away from divine grace, individuals effectively choose their own fate. The concept of hell as a place where people experience the absence of God's presence aligns with the idea of divine justice, where each soul is accountable for its actions and decisions. This understanding underscores the importance of embracing God's love and the opportunity for redemption that is continually offered. It serves as a powerful reminder of the weight of our spiritual choices and the eternal implications they carry. This view of hell as fair and deserved encourages reflection on our relationship with God and the paths we choose in life, highlighting the profound impact of our decisions on our eternal destiny. No further opportunity after death. The Bible clearly states that there is no further opportunity for salvation after death. Hebrews 9:27 asserts that people die once and then face judgment, emphasizing the finality of our earthly decisions. Jesus illustrated this profound truth in the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, Luke 16:19-31, where the rich man, after death, finds himself in a place of torment with an unbridgeable chasm separating him from Lazarus in heaven. This powerful story underscores the urgency of seeking salvation in this life, as the choices we make now determine our eternal destiny. The notion of an unbridgeable chasm highlights the irreversible nature of the separation between heaven and hell, serving as a stark reminder of the importance of our spiritual journey. This teaching emphasizes that the time to embrace God's offer of salvation is now, urging us to live with awareness of the eternal consequences of our actions. By illustrating the permanence of our posthumous state, the Bible calls us to reflect deeply on our faith and relationship with God, understanding that our present decisions have everlasting impacts. Agonizing torment. Hell is described as a prison of everlasting chains, a place where there is no hope of release. It is depicted as a furnace of conscious torment, with unquenchable fire that continually burns. In this realm, the worm does not die, and thirst remains eternally unquenched, painting a picture of relentless agony and despair. These vivid images convey the severity of hell's suffering, highlighting the extreme nature of the torment that awaits those who reject God's grace. The descriptions serve as a powerful reminder of the consequences of our spiritual choices, emphasizing the importance of seeking salvation and living a life aligned with divine teachings. The imagery of perpetual fire and undying worms underscores the unending and inescapable nature of this punishment, making it clear that hell is a place of eternal suffering without respite. This portrayal is meant to evoke a profound sense of urgency and reflection, urging individuals to consider their paths and the eternal outcomes of their decisions. By illustrating the stark reality of hell's torment, these descriptions encourage a deeper understanding of the gravity of spiritual rejection and the critical need for redemption. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of what the Bible says about hell. These sobering images and teachings remind us of the gravity of our spiritual choices. If you found this discussion insightful, please like, share, and subscribe to Faithful Tales for more biblical insights and stories. Leave a comment below with your thoughts and any topics you'd like us to cover next. Stay tuned for more enlightening content, and remember, your journey in faith matters.